Hello and welcome to my channel today. I am so happy to have you around, and it's another beautiful day over here in Africa. All right, today I want to talk about what I call mastering step index. Okay, this is what I want to look at today. So, if this is the first time you're joining my channel, I'll ask you to please subscribe to the channel and stay hooked up to the new content that comes up every week. Yes, I know for a while now I have not uploaded any content because I had a whole lot of challenges. I think I've explained it in my previous videos. But as God will help me, from this week, we'll be having weekly contents. And not just that, the channel is also expanding to cover so many other areas such as jump indices, range breadth volatilities, basket indices, and many new upcoming um, markets within the synthetic indices market. Now, the good part is that we will soon be on Facebook and on Instagram. All right. So watch out, because not just that, juvirtrades.com.ng is on the way. All right. The website where you'll be reading your educational content, where you can download PDF materials strictly on synthetic indices written by me, where you can sign up for mentorship, you can sign up for coaching, you can, of course, sign up for my one-on-one trading, which will be coming very soon from this month. So be an active part of this channel. And thank you for helping me get to 2,000 subscribers. I am deeply grateful. All right, so let's get straight to what we have today. Mastering step index. Once again, do not forget to subscribe. And of course, I can't forget to say thank you if you're a regular subscriber, if you're a regular visitor to this channel. Thank you for always being there. You're one of the reasons why I do the things I do. So let's go straight to the charts. All right, now this is TradingView implementation, specifically designed for by Deriv, the broker that I use for synthetic indices. Okay, they actually deal with so many other stuff such as forex stocks, commodities, cryptos, and derived indices. So step index is actually one of the assets in derived indices. Okay, so what is step index? Let me go straight to the point. I said that step index is one of the foundational synthetic indices assets. What do I mean by that? Synthetic indices actually started, I think, in the year 2016, maybe 2017. All right. And then step index was one of the four running markets that started just like volatility 75 and some other volatilities in volatility pairs. Okay. Now, step index was designed to function very uniquely, such that the lot size that you use in trading will give you the equivalent monetary value. All right. So for every pip movement, or for every tick movement that it gives, it will give you the same monetary value. So if you are trading with a micro lot, of course, definitely what you're going to get will be 1 cent pip rise or before of the price. Okay. Now, the beautiful thing is that step index moves, from my own personal observation, it moves a minimum of 300 points, that is 30 pips, and a maximum of 1,000 points, that is 100 pips in a day. So let's look at step index. So this is the chart of step index. This is a 24-hour time frame. Okay. So if you look at it, the general picture shows that step index has actually been on a downtrend. That's what a lay trader will look at it. So let's proceed. How do we master step index? How do we master step index? For me, I personally prefer to understand a market by using the price action movement. Yes, I am a big fan of price action. So what is price action? It simply means historical representation of price over a period of time. What do we mean by that? Technical analysts believe that when price behaves in a particular way, let's say the way price behaved yesterday is the same way price will behave today, and it's actually the same way price will behave tomorrow. The reason why they believe this is because price movement is actually a function of what they say demand and supply. In other words, If we are going to demand for a particular asset, and if we are going to supply a particular asset, then it must be in relation with certain human factors such as emotions, the willingness to buy, the willingness to sell, the factors that contribute to the buying and the selling, such as fear, such as um, having sufficient funds, preferences. Okay. Now, with this in mind, the belief that the same way humans behaved yesterday will most likely be the way they'll behave today, and most likely the way they'll behave tomorrow. So if a human behaved this particular way today, and this was the result, it is believed that if such a person starts behaving, or someone else starts behaving that same way, definitely they can have an expected outcome, gleaning back on the past. The same thing happens with price. The belief that if price have peculiar characteristics yesterday and is beginning to display such peculiar characteristics today, definitely the result of that price behavior yesterday will be the same like it should be today. That is why I called it what? Historical representation. Okay. Now, what does this historical representation really imply? Number one, it tells us a story. What is price doing? What is price doing? So if I'm going to master step index, the first thing I'm going to ask is, what is price doing? And from here, I ask, is the price on a trend or is the price on a range? Now, if you're having issues with understanding price movement or market structure or price action in synthetic indices, I want you to know that the next video I'll be uploading will be talking exclusively on price action, and it is actually going to be on a series. So please do well to follow through and also to watch through to have a good understanding. I'm going to take our time to teach extensively. Now, going back to what we have today, what is a trend and what is a range? A trend is simply a directional movement of price. That is what trend is. There's nothing bigger or more. A trend is simply a directional movement of price. So we all know that in an uptrend, price moves in this direction, creating successive higher highs and successive higher lows. So if we call this our higher high, we call this our higher low. We call this our higher high, we call this our higher low. All right. Now the rule is that the next higher high must always be higher than what? The previous higher high. The same way the next higher low must be higher than the previous higher low. Even so, considering that in a downtrend also, let me clear all of this. In a downtrend also, when price is on a downtrend, it creates successive lower highs and successive lower lows. All right. Now, what that happens is that once the lower high is created, the new lower high must be lower than the previous. So this is our lower high, this is our lower low, this is our lower high, and this is our what? Lower low. So the new lower high, which is this one, must be what? Lower than the previous, which is this one. And the new lower low, which is this one, must be lower than the previous lower low. Okay. Now, having understood that, let's look at our price. So remember, I said that if I'm going to master step index, the first thing I'm going to do will be to do what? To understand the price movement. So the question is, what is the direction of price? What is price actually doing? Looking at it, you will know that price is what? Price is on a downtrend. So what am I going to do on the downtrend? I'm going to look out for my lower highs and for my lower lows. Okay. Now that's going to take a whole lot of time for us to run through this, because this is a video for another day, but I'm going to mark out some few specific zones here. All right. Okay, so let's look at this guy here. So this is our last lower high that dropped down to this point, to a lower low, created this lower high, and then dropped to this lower low. Now, from the explanation I gave before, you realize that there was what? Okay, let me actually speak out these tools and keep them once and for all so that it will be easy for me to pick them whenever I need them. All right. Okay. Now, this was the lower low, right? And this was what? The lower high. All right. Now, what happened? We realized that after this low here, we did not have another lower high and lower low. So what that simply means is that there was a change in trend. There was a change in trend. So where did that change in trend take place? It took place in this position. All right. This was where we had the break of structure. So let me label it BMS or BOS. Let me change the color to black. All right. So this was where we had the change of structure. In other words, the structure stopped from being on a downtrend and then it moved to an uptrend. So what happened after there was a change in structure? The change in structure simply means that price is no longer on a downtrend. It simply means that price is now what? On an uptrend. So what happened after there was a change in structure? Now, we all know that we will now be looking for what? Sell opportunities, nothing more. I'll be buy opportunities, sorry. We'll be looking for buy opportunities. Why? Because price is on an uptrend. So now we are going to analyze the price based on what it's giving to us. So I'll still go back to my part here and picked it up because price moved to this point, dropped down here, moved here, dropped down, moved, dropped down, moved, came down here, and now is within this zone. Okay. So now what am I going to do? I'm going to analyze my market and then do what? Go on a buy. All right. So let's go to the next point. Where should I maximize this price movement since we now know that price is on an uptrend? Is it at a pullback level, a breakout level, a support or resistance level? Now, all of these points are things I will treat on my price action video. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe to this channel because a whole lot of content will be coming on so many subject topics. Is going to cover so much. In fact, you'll be amazed that the period of 3 months that we had the break, we are going to cover it up excessively because we are going to not just treat these issues. We are going to have a Facebook channel, a WhatsApp channel, a Telegram channel. Of course, the Telegram channel was there, but it was banned. So I have to open a new one. So we're going to have a new Telegram channel where we'll interact and talk some more. And of course, I'm going to have a live link where you can register for coaching if you want a coaching on this. And I'm going to take you up as my student and mentee. All right. So let's pull up at this. Okay. Now with this, let me clear this up. Okay. So with this, what am I going to do? I'm going to look out for something which is very simple. I'm going to look out for what some people call point of interest. So I'm going to draw my trend line down from here. Okay. Because price is on an uptrend, I'm going to be a little bit careful. Okay. So, all right. So my trend line there simply means that from this zone here, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. So if price peradventure should come back to this zone, like move from here down here, I'm going to buy and from this point sell down to this zone. But if it doesn't work that way, okay, if it doesn't work that way, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to wait for price to give me a clear signal, a very clear signal, a very, very clear signal. So how am I going to do that? All right, so I'm going to look out for my support and resistance zones in this channel right now. So if you don't mind, let me draw this here. So we can actually see that. So support all through became resistance and it broke through and it became support. So if price should actually drop to this point, we are going to sell down here and then it's going to move up here. Okay, so that is just what I'm looking at in mastering step index. So remember, I said price is going to sell to this zone, and from this zone, most likely is going to go up to this channel. So from this channel, what I'm going to watch out for is that I'll watch out for what? A breakout from this zone here, or a breakout for this zone here. So either way, I'll know if I'm to go up or if I'm to go down. But following what I just taught today, I will not be surprised if price breaks out on the uptrend side. All right. Okay. So that being the case, I want to stop this video here. If this content has been a little bit educative to you, please support me by commenting, sharing the video, liking the channel, subscribing. Tell your friends about juvirtrades. Tell your friends about this channel. It's going to go wild, and I'm really willing to work with you. If you have any questions, if you have any suggestion, if you want me to make a video on anything, you can actually send me a DM. My WhatsApp number is there on the subscription link below. Send me a DM. And then to buttress the fact of today's class, I'd like us to check out something very humbling. I know. Okay. Now, I took this trade not quite long because I was looking at what I taught you today. Okay. The same analysis here. So I decided to sell the market to, I'm going to sell it to this very zone you are seeing here. That's why I took the market on a sell. Now, the amazing part is that look at the lot size that I used, 0.01. All right. And then the market is actually playing around here. So I'm going to allow my market to run down to where I told you we are going to look at this zone here. So was it 8759? Let's just call it 8765, almost 100 pips down. Okay, so that might take today and tomorrow. So meanwhile, while the trade is still running, I want you to have the best of the time. Thank you for watching my channel, and more blues to your trades.